Just wanted to come on here and talk to you about something that worked really well for me over the past week. I did audits for people as part of a program, and I discovered three things that were happening. So the program that I have is called Fix Your Reels. It's $11. And for a while, I was offering a 2-week content plan, personalized, for anybody that bought it. Now that's not available anymore, but you can still get that if you get the bundle for $47. And I'll tell you about that after, because that's not the point of this. What the Fix Your Reels does is gets you experimenting and looking at your data so that you can improve your reels and get more engagement, more watch time, and know what to put out next. That's an improvement. A lot of people just look at views. There are 3 areas in your content, and none of them are views. And each of those 3 help you to look at what to improve upon. So that was the program. And what I was doing, part of the program too, is a 14-day content plan to get you started with what different format to try, making sure your message is clear, all of that. But what I wanted to do was play around with customizing. Now, this generic plan that I put out is actually really good and can be used for almost any product or service. But it's even better to have a customized one. So I started playing around and offering these, and I did 27 of them in a week. And I can give you an example too. I have one of those to be able to, I got permission. And 3 things came out that were really, really interesting from the people who received the content plans. One is relief. They felt relief, like, this is okay. I've got this in place. I feel like I've actually got a plan. I'm not guessing anymore. I'm not, maybe this makes sense. Maybe I can actually do this. It was a sense of relief, which was actually really interesting. The second one was being able to be consistent. They felt like they were able to go and they were excited and they were going to be able to do the plan, put the plan in place, because it was actually a clear path. I think a lot of people were guessing and changing their minds and starting to do this, but then veering off. And believe me, that was my thing for years. I would start on something and then get halfway through or not even halfway through and then change it. Or I wake up in the morning and want to try something else because I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a path that made sense to me, right? So people were feeling relief. People were feeling like they could be consistent and they finally had a plan. They were feeling confident with that plan. And the third thing was you could see them looking at their reels differently. They knew that even if a reel didn't do really well, that it would give them data, that there was no sort of bad reel to put out because everything gives you data. And it took the personalization out of it, if that makes sense. They knew that looking at all of this was an experiment. So you didn't feel as attached to every metric that came out of it. And that changes everything. That takes the emotion out of it, which is exactly what you want. You want to look at it as an experiment. So, if whether you want to purchase this or not, whether you want to follow my system or not, whether you want to get any of that, that's not the point of this. I want you to sit down for the next couple of weeks and plan out what you are going to do and treat it like an experiment. I want you to go into your data. Don't just look at views. There are 3 things that I want you to look at in your content to see for data. I want you to look at followers versus non-followers, and if the algorithm's pushing that out. I want you to look at either your skip rate or your retention rate, and I want you to look at, there's like a retention line, and I've talked about this in other content before. There's a line that will kind of either drop down and go over, will start to slowly go down. It's a retention line, and that line tells you exactly in that reel what you need to work on, whether it's the hook right off the bat, whether it's keeping their attention halfway through. It will tell you that. Now, the course will tell you all of that too, but you can look at some of my other content and get some of this stuff. So the 2 courses that I have where you can still get my customized for you bundle or 2-week plan of action is, there's a bundle. You get the vault that has over 500 hooks, prompts, all kinds of stuff, even AI prompts on how to take it and create more. Plus you get the Fix My Reels, which is $11. So that's, if you get the bundle for $47, might be $48, you will get that 2-week action plan from me. And this is only open until Friday. So if you want that, get it now. If not, go and plan out your week and look at things as an experiment. I hope this was helpful.